Okay, my mom has this old garden bench from when she was still living out at the farm, and it appears to be made out of some pretty good wood, but they had a kind of a fake redwood coating on it. I think it's actually made out of oak though. But she's living in town now, and she has this sitting out on her balcony. And I was looking at it today and decided, okay, I'm gonna pine tar this baby. So this is kind of the before. There you can see where, you know, it's nice wood, but it's just drying out. And it's good and solid, but what I did, so it's held together with bolts. I loosened them all up so I can get the stuff back behind them, you know, to make sure it's all coated. So this will be the before picture, and then I'll do an after when I'm done with her. Okay, I got her all coated, but it's toward evening, you know, so the sun isn't shining, but even now, you know, most of that is soaked in. And there's a few spots, but I'm going to leave her sit in the sun. It's going to be 90 some degrees tomorrow, so that should cook her in good. But what I like, it almost looks like walnut now. I do like that stuff. Okay, this is how it looks this morning. Now, it hasn't been out in the sun. I'm going to leave it in the sun all day today, but the stuff is already all absorbed in. I mean, there's only a few spots yet that it's slightly tacky. Because the thing about this stuff, it doesn't dry, so to speak. It gets absorbed. I mean, that's what happens to it. It becomes part of the wood. It isn't this thin layer on top. It goes into the wood. But I really like it. You can see it darkened it up a lot. It looks more like a walnut now. But, you know, now it'll be good. Forever. It's not one of those things I have to keep redoing. Or if you did, I mean, you could put just another layer on. You know, if eventually it absorbs so far in. But I like that stuff. But it got me thinking, you know, because if you were to go into a hardware store and ask, or a paint store, what they would recommend, of course it would be some new miracle synthetic crap, you know, that the sun would break down. Like here, the sun will do nothing but improve it. The sun will only cook it in. That other stuff just degrades in the sunlight. But in thinking about this, there's many things that, you know, that they try to sell us now that you should look back and see what they used to use. And you usually find that the product that they used to do was cheaper, better for you, better for the environment, just better all around. You know, the new stuff, a lot of it, there's no miracle there. It's just a profit thing. And I got a couple examples here. You know, if you got flies, and this is definitely the fly season, in barns and sheds and stuff, nothing beats these old fly strips. You know, and I see here now, these are made in Czechoslovakia. But they work really well. You know, the only time I've seen a problem, the one time I know my brother had one hanging up and a moth got in it, and the cat came along and evidently went for the moth, and the cat got all wrapped up in one of these, and he said, here, he seen the cat coming across the yard, and he thought the cat was dying. You know, he thought the cat's guts were hanging out. Well, it was just all tangled up in that fly ribbon. You know, but it was, you know, struggling. But, you know, that can happen. Just hang them where you don't get tangled in them. And by God, they work. They're trouble-free, and they ain't going to kill you. Same here. Regular Kirk's Castile cocoa soap. This stuff has been around since 1839. And there's no chemicals in it. It's nothing. It's harmless. Yeah, it says biodegradable and never tested on animals. You know, this stuff just works. And it's cheaper than all that perfumed up crap. You know, look for the old stuff. Same with this, you know, for taking spots out of clothes. You know, there's nothing beats the old Feld's naphtha, and it's still around. You know, look for the old stuff. I think that's the way to go. You know, I think for everybody's sake to be better off in the long run.